My name is David. I live in the Philippines, and we are going to talk about having your passport revoked and getting searched by U.S. Border Control. Will you get sent to a gang-ridden prison in Costa Rica? Well, according to the news, it's 99% likely to happen. I have flown in and out of the Philippines over 50 times over 3 decades. Many different presidents. I was at dinner with a friend who's a U.S. citizen. He's traveling back to the U.S. and he's freaking out. Oh my God, they're going to search my phone. I said bad things about a politician. My phone has nude photos of my wife. I wanted to tell the guy, relax, buddy. Everybody has nude photos of your wife. Let's cut through the drama in the news. Passports. Can the U.S. government revoke your passport while you're in the Philippines? Yes, but more likely they would give you a limited passport. This means you can use the passport to fly to the U.S., and after that, you're stuck in America. You cannot use a limited passport to fly anywhere but home. Well, why would the government do this? You owe the government $64,000 in federal taxes. You have outstanding warrants. You owe $2,500 in child support. If you're a sovereign citizen and you think you don't need to pay your U.S. taxes while you're in the Philippines, it's not going to work out so well once your passport gets marked as limited. Have I seen a passport get revoked? Yeah. I was at the embassy in May because my passport was damaged. I needed a replacement passport. I was talking to an American there named Joe, kind of a odd guy. Joe was explaining how one political party in the U.S. was both fascist and communist. Joe did not know what those words fascist and communist meant. When you handle passport issues at the embassy, there is no privacy. There are 12 customer service windows. The embassy staff is behind glass. Everyone in the waiting area can hear your conversation. It seems like Joe had an ex-wife in Florida. She was playing games claiming he owed child support. Joe swore he was current on his child support. Okay, viewers. Option 1, Joe owns child support. Or option 2, Joe's ex-wife is gaming the system. Can we agree Joe probably owes the child support, but Joe is never wrong. The embassy explained to Joe that it would take 90 days to research due to budgetary cuts. Joe has no immediate issue because he's married to a Filipina. If he had been here on a tourist visa, his renewal would have been denied by the Philippine government and he would have been sent home. For the next 90 days, Joe has a limited passport. Joe's situation was not caused by the current president. Let's talk about U.S. Border Control. Can they search you at Border Control when you go home? They've always been able to search your laptops, phones, and bags. 20 years ago, guys had their cameras searched because Customs was looking for child porn. That was the big reason people got searched in those days. In 50 trips overseas, was I ever searched? No. My reason for going to the Philippines was always simple and boring. I was visiting my team of engineers. I am a software engineer. I live in the Silicon Valley, so I was coming through an airport full of software engineers. I was not interesting. I have been given random pat downs at the airport and had my hands tested for explosive residue. This was due to a random screening. My ex-wife told Customs she had spices in her checked bag, so they ran her bag through a special sniffing machine looking for banned food products. There are thousands of people coming through the airport every day. Border Control is not searching your Facebook or your phone's photos. 45% of the people love the current president. 45% of people hate the current president. U.S. Border Control is not going to take your laptop, iPad, or phone. Legally, they could, but you would have to raise some kind of red flag. What's a red flag? You could tell Border Control that you went to the Philippines to get jiggy with a bunch of 19-year-old girls. You might get searched. How about you tell them, I have a girlfriend. We met her family and we went to church a few times. What about non-citizens? All countries control their borders, even America under all presidents. Go on YouTube, look for Border Force UK, Border Control Canada, and Border Security Australia, which started in 2004 and is still on the air. Canada, for example, 25 years ago, travel websites had a lot of stories from Americans being sent home when they tried to enter Canada. Why? Most of the American guys had DUIs, driving under the influence. Canada does a criminal background check when you arrive. If you have a DUI or a criminal issue, you are sent on the next flight out. I was in Vancouver on a business trip. I was waiting for coworkers to clear customs. 2 border control agents walk up to me and ask, "Hey, you have any DUIs, eh?" Yes, border control officers did actually talk with that cheesy Canadian accent. I thought I was part of some like hidden camera TV show. I'm like, no, I'm not really a drinker. Canada does search U.S. pickup trucks and SUVs. If you're driving from Washington State to Alaska to go hunting, your vehicle will get searched for firearms and ammo. If you're driving from Washington State to Alaska and you're towing a boat, Canada's Border Control will search the boat for booze. They want to charge you taxes on the alcohol that is likely stashed in your boat. This doesn't make the news because it happens all the time. But in America, any border incident is huge news. Under the current president, every foreigner getting denied entry, it's a drama. News sites cover the story. Under Biden, foreigners who were denied entry, well, the news sites didn't cover such incidents. June of this year, or Norwegian with a video on his phone mocking the vice president was denied entry. Oh, he also had photos on his phone of drug paraphernalia. Advice, don't have pictures of drug paraphernalia on your phone. April, an Australian with a work permit is denied re-entry into the US because he's carrying an urn that held the cremated remains of his sister. I looked up cremated remains and transportation between countries. It is highly regulated. Don't carry urns of cremated remains on flights. March, a French researcher was denied entry. He claimed it was due to Facebook posts about the president. The government claimed to have found confidential Los Alamos lab files on his phone. Don't have confidential documents on your phone. These are isolated cases, just like Joe's child support. It's not his fault. America's not denying entry to thousands of Norwegians, Frenchies, and Aussies. There are thousands of foreigners clearing border control who made comments insulting the current or former president. I am not saying there are no major immigration changes and there aren't high-profile cases that seem a bit wonky. For average guys traveling to and from the Philippines, we are just not important. Anyway, catch you in the next one. The official video is over with. I wanted to clarify the American at the embassy was real. His name was not Joe. His ex-wife did not live in Florida. I changed the information to protect the guy's privacy. I also wanted to show my viewers a few things about AI. For a video, I needed a woman eating a tortilla chip. Here is the woman eating a cookie, and here's an AI version of the same woman eating a tortilla chip. I licensed the photo of the woman eating the cookie. Now, I actually had ChatGPT change the woman to a Filipina eating a tortilla chip for a thumbnail. The skin and the texture shows it is AI. Yeah, I might use AI, but I'm not going to try and deceive you. It's a tortilla chip being eaten by a Filipina. A lot of YouTubers will use AI to create fake booby and butt Filipinas. I license a library of videos. I have lots of booby and butt videos I could show you on my channel that I paid for a license for. It's just not my channel style. Out!